still illmatic. Sonny still tragic. Like the news, the AIDS might kill magic. A spill havoc. It's much deeper than the hobby. You can't stop me like bootleggers making copies.
There's this book that I read called The Long Tail. I forget who wrote it. But I went to like a music conference one time, and one of the guys that was on the panel suggested you read this book. And the book, to me, basically breaks down and says that hip-hop in general, it was too big for, it outgrew the record store. It was global. It's a global phenomenon. There's some kid in the middle of Brazil right now, and somewhere in Rio, that can rhyme his ass off. All he needs is a camera and an internet connection, and he can be a global icon in a week. That's like the only thing big enough to cover hip hop is the World Wide Web. It's the only thing big enough that it contains this whole city's scene in like over here. It's the only thing big enough because hip hop is enormous. Like, it's global. It's an enormous big deal around the planet. It is a way of life and a culture for billions of people now. So the only thing big enough to encompass all 6 billion of us is the web. So it was inevitable for the web to like transform how hip-hop is going to operate. Like, we know who Soulja Boy is because he made a YouTube video, and now he's like an icon. You know what I'm saying? Like, his underlings get shined. Like, because he had a camera and a computer, and it's a beautiful thing because it's all on file now. Like, everybody can watch you. Like, you can't hide anymore if you're talented. Like, you're on the web now. It's just how many people see you on the web, but you're on there. And that's another thing the book talks about. Like, there's enough room on the internet for everybody, which like I said earlier, is what transformed the culture, because everybody's on it now. Everybody's an artist and everybody's a critic. So everybody can judge. I don't like what you like. 4.5 million people might watch your video, but I'm not a fan. But you got 4.5 million. The others, 5.9 billion of us, like, we're not really concerned. But there's enough room for you and your 4 million and me and my like 20 to all coexist on one platform. So that alone is like, it's like a revolution that I don't even think people realize they're living, because they're living it out now. Like, Fat Beats is gone. Fat Beats is gone. It's gone. Sam Goody left here like 5 years ago. Do you know how much of my life I spent inside of a record store? They're gone. If you want to physically buy a record, you have to go to Best Buy to buy the record, because it's gone because of the internet. Like, it encompassed all of that. So now there's enough room for me to take the world, and whoever I like in the world, just put in my iPod and diggy bop down the street. That's a revolution that is ongoing and will not be televised, but it will be on YouTube. The YouTube generation is all about now. It's not about later. It's not about yesterday. It's about now. What's going on now? What are you doing now? What's popping now? And it's been like that for a few years now. And it's funny, like, I found an old CD. I was driving with my aunt around the city. She found this old Whammo CD. All the songs, like the top 40 Whammo songs from like 06. And we're listening to these songs, and it's like, wow. When these kids grow up, like, this is their legacy. Wow. Gee whiz. Like, I mean, I can't even. I think Laffy Taffy was on there. I think there was like a random Keisha Cole song. But it was like, that's like the time capsule of 2006. And in 2056, when they look at 2006, they were like, what the hell were y'all listening to? What the hell is this shit? And it's like, I don't even think people realize, like, the music that you make today for now lives forever. It doesn't die. The time you make it, like, it's like a time capsule you make when you record a piece of music. From this point on, that song lives. You can make songs for now, and that's what a lot of people are doing. They're making a lot of songs for right now that'll make you laugh right now. That'll, you know, something you want to hear in the club, 2 in the morning, you drunk, you got a few in you. I want to hear this Gucci Man right now. You know what I mean? Like, it's for right now, but it's going to live forever. I'd rather make songs that live forever. So 2056, you can still listen to something I made in 2006 and still appreciate it, get something out of it, and possibly grow from it. Like, it's all about the supply and demand, because this is all business now. It's Hip Hop Inc. If there's no demand for lyricism, you can't supply it because there's no demand. Now, people start demanding quality lyricism, some sort of awareness, some sort of like realization that there's more than right now, then there's going to be a rush of people supplying that demand. But there has to be a demand, and there's not really a demand. Like, no one's demanding, like, we need lyrics. Like, you don't, there's no, who's doing that except the people that grew up on lyrics and are like, they have what they grew up with. Because I'm pretty much one of these people. Like, it doesn't bother me that a lot of cats don't really put anything into the rhyme. Because I'm still listening to shit I grew up listening to. I still got Wu-Tang Forever. Like, and I'm content. If all I had to listen to for the rest of this week was Wu-Tang Forever, I'd be cool. I wouldn't miss nothing. I wouldn't complain. Wouldn't be no arguments. Because that still fills me up and satisfies me as far as what I'm looking for out of my music. But until, like, people just say I'm not buying another iTunes until I hear more than ABC rap. It won't be more than ABC rap. It'll be party rap. And there's plenty of people supplying that demand. It's whatever the demand is now. Because now everything's a business, and it's like, it's accepted that you really don't have to pay for the music anymore. When you do buy music, that's like a vote. Like, you're making a political statement when you buy an album. It's not like I'm just buying an album because I want to hear this artist and I enjoy their music. No, you're making a stand when you go to the store and get a receipt for an album. Like, you're saying something, whether you know it or not. Like, you are saying something. You are voting. You are casting your ballot. That's what it is now. And until people start casting their ballots for lyricism, there will be none. Point blank. Period. The All-Madden mixtape soon.
Every time I breathe, yo, it's worth your while. Shock factor, kid, every verse is wild. I can change up the flow, cause I'm versatile. And my brain stay pregnant, birthing styles. Can't count all the stitches from the blocks that we